Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Lando from the Snap coming at you with a live start sit segment for week 8. We answer every single question. What is going on, Austin? We've got Easy. Scotty's in here. My co-host Mac will be in here eventually, but he is tending to his little baby, the 6-month-old Ava James. Love that girl to death. So she is priority when it comes to this. He will be arriving eventually, but we just got some massive news. Because Calvin Ridley was declared out for today's game. So that is huge. If you are going to consider starting a Matt Ryan potentially, I might downgrade him a little bit. We also have Kyle Pitts, who is the locked and loaded start of the week. Now at the tight end position, he is probably the number one tight end of the week, Kyle Pitts, with obviously, I mean, maybe not Travis Kelce, but we have Mark Andrews out as well. So that's big. That's big news. Some expected to play. We have Baker Mayfield. Trey Lance is active. However, I don't believe he is starting. Nick Chubb, Deebo Samuel, Jerry Judy makes his return. And then Rob Gronkowski is well expected to play this week. So what's up, Jacob, from our Discord community? What's up, Jacob? Neon Ice in here as well. We will get to your questions shortly. So special thank you to our YouTube members. We have Brad, Eric, Nate, Devin, Taylor, Chris, Darren, Griffin, Jack, Thundarius, and Austin. Thank you so much, guys, for becoming a Snap YouTube member. It's only $5 a month if you're interested in becoming a Snap YouTube member. And we got Ava there in the background crying. Love Ava. She is a sassy little girl this morning in my ears. But shout out again to those YouTube members. Only $5 a month to become a YouTube member. And what you get is you get a monthly live stream with the guys, like a Zoom call with us. We'll go almost as long as it takes. We Zoomed with the guys for a couple hours last week talking about life, their teams, everything, trades. You also have a chance to win a Dalvin Cook jersey, a signed Dalvin Cook jersey to one lucky Snap member. And right now we only have about a dozen members, so you have a really good chance to win a Snap or a Dalvin Cook jersey. Sorry. And yeah, that's definitely a benefit. We also give you weekly rankings as well that we update every single week. So that's it. I will get to some questions here before we get to the declared outs. What's up, Neon Ice? We have, hey guys, Cortland Sutton or Jerry Judy, PPR, and Ricky Seals-Jones, or someone on the waiver wire. He's got CJ Uzama, Freiermuth as well. So I am going Cortland Sutton. Mac agrees with me. This week 1 coming back, I want to see the usage from Jerry Judy as a general rule of thumb. Jerry Judy is around wide receiver 30 for me this week, so he's definitely not a lock-in if you only have to start 2 wide receivers, but he's a consideration for a flex position. So for me, Jerry Judy is going to be a guy that you're going to want to start if you need a high upside boom play, because his floor coming back from that gruesome ankle injury is low. It's low. It's 2.5, 3 points. It's essentially 0 being coming back from that ankle injury. He could play a couple of plays, feel it out, and it's just not right. We don't want him to get injured again. So we're not sure what his usage is. I'd rather wait and have him on the bench and have him go off on the bench than have to start him and put up a 0. As far as your tight ends go, I'm good with Ricky Seals-Jones. You could ride the wave on CJ Uzama, that's fine, but I wouldn't really drop anyone to get some of those waiver wire guys. Jacob there, he's got KJ Osborne, Allen Robinson, Van Jefferson, or Elijah Moore. Jacob, you're killing me with Allen Robinson. He has been extremely disappointing this year. I would actually lean Van Jefferson out of anyone, and that's just a dart throw. That is a high upside play. Deshaun Jackson is not playing. Van Jefferson is a better version of this Deshaun Jackson at this point of his career. So a high upside play, good matchup. I'm going Van Jefferson. Neon Ice is also coming at me with Devonte Smith or Khalil Herbert. And I'll go Khalil Herbert in that one. And Mac agrees with me as well. Robert De Niro, thank you for the very nice super chat, my dude. He's got 2 leagues, 2 questions. Don't worry, my dude. Pick 2, Robert Woods, Amari Cooper, Mike Evans. And then pick 2, Michael Pittman, Claypool, Keenan Allen. Those are some very difficult decisions on what to do. I'm going to check out my rankings here. With Cooper potentially without Dak, that definitely lowers his ceiling. So Mike Evans is an auto start for me with your first question. You have to start Mike Evans. He's got that 3 touchdown game in him. He's for sure he's a top 12 wide receiver this week, no doubt. And now with Antonio Brown and Calvin Ridley being downgraded, that just makes room for Mike Evans to go up in rankings, especially with CeeDee Lamb and Amari getting pushed down because of Cooper Rush. So I still think that Amari is a good start. Between him and Robert Woods, I have Amari higher in my rankings, but there's definitely a higher risk for Amari. So a floor play for me is Mike Evans and Robert Woods. My ceiling play is Amari Cooper. And obviously, if Dak does play and he's active, Amari's an auto start. So if it is, I'm assuming Dak is not playing. So either way, that's my answer. For your second question, you've got Michael Pittman, Claypool, and Keenan Allen. I do think Keenan Allen is in for a bounce back game. Now, I've said that for a couple consecutive weeks. It's hard to trust, but I'm still going to go Michael Pittman and Keenan Allen over Claypool. Claypool hasn't really shown anything lately. I love the player. I love his upside, but the amount that Big Ben just hyper targets Deontay Johnson, I'm not ready to trust Claypool as a week in and week out start. He's a fringe wide receiver too for me. He's a really good flex play. So, but I prefer Pittman and Claypool there. So thanks for the question, Robert De Niro, and appreciate the super chat. We thank you for that. We get to every single question. We have 14 likes, people. We've got Jeff in the chat. Isaiah, what's up? Eric, Gator fan, what's going on? Derek and Jeff, like this video, please. We have 21 people liking, only 14 likes on this video. So let's get up there, and I will get to your question very shortly. We have Sleek. What's going on, Sleek? He's in a PPR league. Pick 2. He's got Chuba Hubbard, Elijah Mitchell, or Claypool. So I'm going to go Chuba and Elijah Mitchell. I'm going to go both running backs in that play. The upside play would be Claypool over Chuba Hubbard. Eli Mitchell is my auto start out of those 3, Sleek. So if you desperately need an upside play, I think Claypool has a big game in him, and Chuba has a safer floor, Sleek. So Rolando, what's going on, Rolando? That's kind of like my alter ego, Rolando. Need 2 and a flex. He's got Javonte Williams, Alex Collins, Dallas Goedert, full PPR. So I'm going to go with both running backs. Need RB2. So just one RB2 and a flex. So yeah, I would go both running backs over Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert's a great tight end, but at the end of the day, he's still a tight end, and tight end rankings are what they are. They're volatile. They're touchdown dependent. I'm going to go with Alex Collins. He's expected to play. We're not sure if Chris Carson's actually going to come back this year. I've heard reports that his neck injury is extremely serious. Alex Collins might be the guy going forward as long as the Seahawks don't trade for a guy like Marlon Mack. Maybe that's a good fit. I don't know. But yeah, I'm going both running backs. I really like Javonte Williams this week, especially with Melvin Gordon being a little bit banged up. Jacob is also asking, he's got Freiermuth or Mo Alley-Cox, and I kind of like Freiermuth. So Mac likes Mo Alley. I like Freiermuth. I think Freiermuth is in for a big game this week. So sorry for Jacob, no help, because Mac is a fan of the big gigantor Mo Alley-Cox. Austin, he wants me to pick 2. He's in a standard league playing with the dinosaurs here. Opponent played Murray and Hopkins, so he's projected to win by 70%. He's got Lamb, Sutton, Hubbard, Gaskin, and Emmanuel Sanders. I have to pick 2 out of that. You know what? Oh, man. Lamb and Sutton, I think, are still the plays, despite the fact that Cooper Rush is in at quarterback. That's probably who you have. That's probably who you were going to start anyways, Austin. But I guess I understand the hesitation with Cooper Rush in at quarterback. Lamb has a very low floor now with that quarterback situation, but you're expected to win by 70. So I suppose that Hubbard has or maybe Emmanuel Sanders seems to have a safer floor as of late. I think you could start probably any of those 5 guys and still win, Austin. So hopefully that's the case. Austin is YouTube member. He's saying sign up to YouTube. Yes, please do. We would love if you signed up to be a YouTube member. Helps us a ton. Derek is in here. Start 2, full PPR. He's got Swift, Godwin, DJ Moore, J. Rob, and Deebo Samuel. Derek, that is a phenomenal lineup here. I am going to start the running back 3 in full PPR leagues. He could be the running back 2 right now, I guess, in full PPR. I know he's 3.5 PPR. But DeAndre Swift with Jamal Williams out is an auto start. You got to start DeAndre Swift. So between Godwin, DJ Moore, J. Rob, and Deebo, holy man, that they're all good. They're all good. You can't go wrong here, Derek. Um, Godwin without AB is going to be great. DJ Moore is probably the one I guess I sit, even though I absolutely love DJ Moore. J. Rob should be an every week start for everyone. He's in a decent matchup this week, I believe. I don't recall who the Jacksonville Jaguars play, but I think it's, let's see, James Robinson plays Seattle. Yeah, very good matchup. Deebo Samuel's on fire, but I think I said Deebo as well. So I said DJ Moore and Deebo based on the volatility of their position and their quarterback situation. So between Godwin and J-Rob, again, I don't know if you go wrong in a PPR league. I slightly lean Godwin. So, hey, there we go. That's how I got to that conclusion. Jeff McGarry, what's going on, Jeff? Thank you for coming in. We've got 21 likes. Thank you so much. Make sure to like the video while you're new. We get to every single question. And Mac will be here shortly once he gets his little baby to sleep. So he's got bros. He says bros. PPR flex, Landry or Moss? I think I lean Moss there, Jeff. Gator fan, what's up, Gator fan? Always in here. Thank you for coming in. Breaking news, Ridley out. Yes, I did say that. Thank you. This is the second time that Ridley is out due to personal reasons. It's a little bit concerning. I wasn't concerned after he didn't go to London because, I mean, it's a big trip overseas and personal reasons are personal reasons. So there is some concern with Calvin Ridley going forward. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Eric is asking me about standard league. He's got Mitchell, Gaskin, Gainwell, or Higgins. So I'm going to go with Elijah Mitchell, no question. And then in a standard league, I think I might lean, oh man, Gaskin might be the play in a standard league. I love T. Higgins, but he's better in a PPR league. Gainwell is also better in a PPR league. So who does, I need to, Gaskin plays Buffalo. Not a good matchup. Right. So Mac is in my ears talking. He's getting away from Gaskin against Buffalo. I don't blame him. So Mac leans T. Higgins, hoping for a touchdown in a really good matchup. And I think I lean Mitchell and Gainwell, I suppose. Hopefully Gainwell gets the opportunities. But Boston Scott will also be in there. Isaiah Rose, what's going on? He's got Kadarius Toney or Zack Moss, PPR league. That's also a close one. I think I lean Zack Moss. I want to see the usage of Kadarius Toney coming back. I know he's got a massive ceiling, and if you're down in the matchup, Toney could put up the 25 fantasy points if he's fully active, and everyone's still hurt. So, I mean, he should get the opportunity in New York for that matchup. But I think Zack Moss in a plus matchup versus Miami is a good spot, even in a PPR league. Jeff, he's asking again. He's got Jarvis or Moss playing in a flex. Also, Dak playing. We're not sure if Dak's playing. He's playing. I'm assuming he's currently out right now, Jeff. So I'm going forward as if he's out. I'm answering every question as if he's out, because if he's in, then I mean that's an auto start for Amari. That's an auto start for CD, Dalton Schultz, etc., etc. Sleek. Yeah, so absolutely stash Alex Collins. Sleek, I mentioned earlier that Chris Carson might not come back this season. Either you heard me say that or you also put it in there before I had a chance to say that. Definitely stash Alex Collins. Derek is asking about the Bears D or Cowboys D. Both are in fine spots. I don't usually answer too many defensive questions. I'm not thrilled about playing the Bears this week. Maybe Kirk Cousins turns the ball over. I you know what? Against San Francisco, against Jimmy Garoppolo, sure, why not the Bears? Even with Khalil Mack out. Nick Gurr, what's going on? He's got Brady or Burrow. Both good matchups. It's hard to get off the Burrow train right now. He is on fire. However, I'm still going Tom Brady. He's the GOAT. He's a top-ranked quarterback for me this week. Burrow plays the Jets. It's a great matchup. However, we have seen currently the Jets are the 25th ranked defense against the quarterback, and that's not because they're good against the quarterback. That's because they run opposing teams run the football against them. So can Joe Burrow pass for 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns against the Jets? Absolutely. If he wants to, he absolutely could. Game script could lead to a Samaje Perine big game, a Joe Mixon big game. People don't need to pass against the Jets, so that's going to be one of those situations where if Joe Burrow feels like tossing touchdowns, he absolutely will. Like, that's a tough one. So I'm just going to go with hopefully a competitive matchup against the Saints with Tom Brady. He seems to be throwing touchdowns more often, whether he needs to or not. So that's where I lean. But both of them are super close. Bobby, what's going on, Bobby? He's coming in here asking if Chubb is active today, and I believe he is active today. So I would start Nick Chubb active. I think he's a great start. He's a top end running back for me this week. Griffin and Ridley being out solves my start sits. Absolutely, I agree. I mean, I had to start Tony Pollard because of this last minute Ridley inactive. Daniel, what's going on? Daniel, so Mac is in my ear asking about other options in Atlanta. I suppose I would start Olamide Zaccheaus in a matchup if I have to. I still believe that Cordell Patterson is a must play now. He's Mr. Necessary. He's going to play in 75% of snaps with Ridley out. So that does raise Cordell Patterson my rankings. That should also raise up Mike Davis a little bit. You didn't want to play Mike Davis before. I believe you can now. He's more of a fringe flex play for me, though. He's probably going to be ranked running back 30 for me this week. But because of Ridley being out, puts Patterson out on as a wide receiver more often, and that will lend Mike Davis more opportunities on the ground. So if you were concerned, if you were really in desperate times and you need a play, maybe add Mike Davis from the waivers if he was dropped, or start him as a second flex play as a little bit of a better matchup. So Daniel is asking, I want Jonathan Taylor or Najee Harris to have. So he wants, okay. And I have Justin Jefferson, Lockett, Emmanuel Sanders, and Marquise Brown. What do you think would be a fair trade? Daniel, so you want Jonathan Taylor and Najee Harris. This probably isn't the time to talk trades, Daniel. We will answer those trade questions either in our YouTube comments or in our Discord community. So join the Discord community. I'm not sure what the Jonathan Taylor or Najee Harris owner wants for them. Those are some of the 2 best running backs in the league right now. So if he needs wide receivers, you're going to have to give up a Justin Jefferson type and maybe a Marquise Brown to get one of these guys. But you also don't really have the depth with Lockett, Sanders as your other wide receivers. So that's a really tough question. I would see what the owner wants for those players, and if you can get a 1-for-1 for just Justin Jefferson, maybe try and do that, but I doubt that gets it done, Daniel. So thank you for the comment, but we got tons of comments here about start sit. So if you have a start sit question, make sure to put that in in the comments, and we will help you with that, Daniel. Warren, what's going on, Warren? He's got Ricky Seals-Jones or Jared Cook. Seems like that's a tough one every single week, War. And I know Ricky Seals-Jones didn't really get it done for you. They're pretty close in my rankings this week. I think I have Ricky Seals still as a top 12 tight end. He is indeed let's see where I have him. Yeah, I have him number 11 right in front of CJ Uzomah. I do not have Jared Cook in my top 12 this week, but he's probably number 13. Touchdown upside for Jared Cook is super high. So I think Ricky Seals gets more volume, where Jared Cook has a better chance to get a touchdown because of what happens for the Chargers. So the Chargers play New England. I think it's very possible that Jared Cook gets a touchdown, but if he doesn't, then it's going to be a Ricky Seals for me. So I have Ricky Seals higher War. If you need a high upside play, I do think Cook has a better chance of a touchdown. So Savvy, what's going on? He's got Javonte, Waddle, or Tony, PPR, Koo, or McPherson. You just snuck in a kicker question on me there, and Savvy. So you sneaky little devil. I would go with in a PPR league probably Waddle, Javonte, Tony. I think Devonte has a really good game this week. He had a good game last week with multiple targets. So, man, Devonte for the floor. I think Devonte is my answer. Between Tony and Waddle, both two explosive, high upside rookies, they could easily both have a dud game. So my safe play is going to be Devonte. And as far as the kicker question goes, I play kickers in a dome if I can help it. Um, Koo plays in Carolina, and McPherson plays at the Jets. I think both are weather games. I don't think the Jets play in a dome, so I just go with Koo in that scenario. Just a better kicker. Griff, he's in a PPR league. Chuba, Javante, Javante, Chuba. You put Chuba twice. Jarvis, Sutton. Pick two with those matchups. I go Javante and Sutton in those ones. Thundarius, what's going on, Thundarius? Thank you for coming in. He's a Snap member. Make sure if you guys are new and you want to become a Snap member and support the crew, press that little join button down below and become a Snap member. It's only $5 a month, and that helps the guys out lots. And there's lots of perks and bonuses. You get a Dalvin Cook jersey, all kinds of things as bonuses. We try to give back to our members, especially, and we give them priority questions as well. I will try to get to everyone here. Make sure to like this video. What's up, Claire? Coming in the chat. Always pleasure to have you, my girl. Philip in here as well. Gator fan coming in. Roger is in here as well. Looks like Mac might be coming to join me shortly. Roger, Randy, thanks for coming in, guys. Make sure to like this video if you can and appreciate it. It helps us a ton. Kicks my game. Good football pick. 2 wide receivers and a flex for me. Woods, Judy, Devonte Smith, Waddle, Tony, and Damian Harris. Also ranked these. Gronk, Goddard, Seals Jones. Got him to say my week math question for Mackenzie. So Mac is coming in shortly. Kicks my game. As far as 2 wide receiver and a flex, I would go Woods and Devonte Smith and Damian Harris for your flex for sure. And over between your tight ends, I'm going to go with the safety with Goddard. And then Mac is coming in shortly for your math question. Yeah, Austin, I agree. I like Courtland Sutton. I'm a big fan of him. More weapons for the Broncos, gives more first downs, gives more opportunities for touchdowns. More talent isn't going to take away from Courtland Sutton. He still is the number one in that offense for the foreseeable future. Would you play Tua versus the Bills or pick up Wentz? Mac, I can't hear you at the moment. I'm not sure if you're coming in or not, but I would go with Wentz. I would go with Wentz this week against Tennessee, I believe, instead of going Tua versus the Bills. I'm going to stay away from that. Khalif Raymond, Patrick, OBJ, Dan Arnold, more of the Carks PPR. Oh, man, I think I might go OBJ on that one in a tough matchup against Pittsburgh. Maybe Khalif Raymond as my second option, because with Jamal Williams out, that gives you more opportunities. Tim Patrick is fine, but with Judy out, that is going to be a sit for me. Austin, you just set your wedding date, February 18th, 2023. Congrats. I expect an invitation in the mail, sir. Randy is asking Sterling Shepard or Brandon Cooks, and I think I will go with Brandon Cooks this week. Randy's also asking, choose one for the flex. He's got Sterling Shepard, Gainwell, Darrell Williams, Brandon Cooks. I'm going to go Darrell Williams, the running back for the Chiefs. He looks to be in a really good matchup, Randy, and he's been getting goal line work, which we hadn't really seen from Clyde Edwards-Helaire. So, Randy, I'm going with Darrell Williams. But I think that Kenny Gainwell is in a fine spot in PPR leagues. I just would rather see it first and see his usage with Boston Scott in there. Griff, he's got Najee Harris and Eckler. Pick 2, JJ, Najee, or Eckler. I'm probably going to go, I assume that's Justin Jefferson? Don't know. I'm still going with Najee and Eckler. Griff. Roger, pick one for the flex. He's got DK Metcalf, Joe Mixon, or Deontay Johnson standard league. I'm going to go with Joe Mixon. I think he has a really good matchup this week, Roger. My boy Mac is coming in shortly. We've got new people in the chat. We've got Joey, Official McLovin, Eli, SWA. Claire is still in here. Thank you, Claire, for sticking around. Make sure to like this video. We have 25 likes. Let's get up to 30 likes real quick, guys. Appreciate it. Shout out to our Snap members: Brad, Eric, Nate, Devin, Taylor, Chris, Darren, Griff, Jack, Thundarius, and Austin. Thanks for coming in, guys. Only $5 to be a Snap member, and you have a chance to win a signed Dalvin Cook jersey. So love that, guys. Thanks for coming in. A lot of outs. We have Zach Wilson out, Taysom Hill out, Christian McCaffrey, Miles Sanders, Barkley, Ridley, Julio, Galladay, Antonio Brown, Corey Davis, all out. So set your lineups accordingly. Let's see. Who do we have next here? We have Daniel. Yeah, no worries. Hopefully you're still in, Daniel. Thanks for coming in. You don't need to mislead. I appreciate trade questions, but it's just a little bit busy right now for trade questions. But hopefully we will get in there. Gator fan streaming Pittsburgh versus Cleveland, Chargers versus New England. He's got the option of Panthers versus Atlanta or Philly versus Detroit, and I am gonna go Pittsburgh in a matchup versus Cleveland. We have Baker Mayfield banged up, could be sacked quite a few times. And another reason why I'm going Pittsburgh in that matchup is looking at their schedule. So we have Pittsburgh coming in. Oh, let me see. I clicked the wrong button. Pittsburgh, Cleveland this week, and then Chicago, Detroit next week. So Mac is coming in. What's up, Mackie?
What is going on?
Hear him?
Yeah. They should be able to hear me.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
But I hope everyone else can.
Can you hear me now, Lando?
There we go. I can hear you now.
Hey, Lando, you are a beauty. Thank you for holding it down. I heard there was a math question coming for me somehow, some way, somewhere.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Big Mac in the building, yes sir. You know what it is. Where are we in the questions?
We are on Claire's question. My favorite subscriber, Claire.
The 10 team full
10
PPR. Oh boy. All right. 10 team full PPR. Pick 2 wide receivers and a flex. Diggs, DJ Moore, Mike Williams, AJ Brown. Oh my, what a. That's a nice list. And then Henderson planning to start Swift and JT at running back. I would too, especially with Jamal Williams being out. So much volume to Swift this week. Currently projected to win by 8 versus a strong team. Well, your team is strong too. I know it's a 10-team league, but damn, girl. All right, Diggs is in. DJ Moore is in. Wow, Mike Williams or Darrell Henderson. I'm gonna lean Darrell Henderson over. Or do you put AJ Brown over Henderson? I mean, that's such a tough. I mean, Henderson's going to have a ton of opportunity. Really, really good matchup.
Yeah.
Man.
So the 2 wide receivers you're starting are Diggs and DJ Moore?
I'm going to change. I'm going to go Diggs, AJ Brown, Darrell Henderson.
There we go.
Man.
I like that.
That's so
Henderson
hard.
and Mike Williams is between Henderson, Mike Williams, DJ Moore. For me, it's super close. Yep. I think Henderson has a super safe floor. We didn't really see it last week. We thought he was going to have a bigger game. He was still fine for fantasy, but the Rams are just so good. I've got Henderson ranked as my running back 11 this week against Houston. Just such a good matchup. So roll out your Henderson, Claire. Good luck, my girl. Hopefully you keep winning. Guys, if you're watching this right now, Claire is a better fantasy player than all of y'all.
Guaranteed. Yep. You see that team? Damn.
And she still comes in here for advice like she needs us. Come on.
Yeah. It's just to say hi, and we appreciate that. I guess the next one, Gator
SWA.
Fan. Streaming question?
I already answered that streaming question. SWA, Mixon, Najee, Robinson, Chubb. Which 2 should I start? I'm going Najee and Mixon.
Yeah. It's tough. It's a tough one with Chubb. We do have to realize, yes, he is back, but that doesn't necessarily mean that he gets 100% of the workload. Let's not forget that Dearness Johnson is coming off a really solid performance, 150 plus total scrimmage yards. It's not like this guy is a complete slouch. And will he absorb the Kareem Hunt role? Yeah, probably. Has that taken away from Nick Chubb in the past? No. But we have to acknowledge that Nick Chubb is also coming back from an injury. So, while I will play him, in this scenario, I won't. I'll go with Mixon, who probably has a chance to be the running back 1 on the week, and Najee Harris coming off a bye. I'm going to start those 2. I'm with Lando.
Yeah, Nick Chubb is running back 13 for me this week. So like a good start, but not the best start against Pittsburgh.
What do we
If
have
you
Joe
have him, you're
Mixon
waiting
as?
for him to
Do you
come
remember?
back. I've got Joe Mixon as 10.
Okay. Thought he was higher.
Yeah, Najee's number 5.
Right. Yeah.
So I've got right now with the question about Austin Eckler being banged up, you could probably swap him and Joe Mixon right now, putting Mixon around 7 for us.
Sure.
But either way,
Yeah.
he's still for most people, he's a great start.
Austin Eckler's a person I don't think you've talked about yet today, and I thought it would be worth bringing up is that Austin Eckler's technically a game time decision. I read some tweets this morning saying from some credible news sources that saying people within the Chargers organization believe that he is going to play, and if you want to look this far into it, Austin Eckler started himself in his own fantasy football lineup. So multiple things pointing to he's going to play, and if he's going to play, he's probably going to be great. But yeah, official Mick Lovin, Jerry Judy, or Eli Mitchell in a full PPR. I'm going Eli Mitchell.
Eli Mitchell there, my dude. Yep.
Joey Perps, Evans, Sutton, Lockett, PPR, pick 1. Mike Evans.
Mike Evans.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even though Mike Evans hasn't been like a volume receiver like a Cortland Sutton, he has the biggest ceiling. And Mike Evans, without Antonio Brown, is going to absorb a lot of the red zone work. Gronk is expected to play this game as well, so that'll be interesting. But Mike Evans, I'm not straying away from him. Eli, pick 2 in a PPR. CD, Devonte Parker, Emmanuel Sanders, and Devonte Smith. Man, CeeDee Lamb is still going to be a start for me, regardless if it's Cooper Rush or it's Dak Prescott, because CeeDee Lamb is great, and backup quarterbacks are going to target those that are great. and so we should see a lot of work for CD, regardless, in a good matchup against the Vikings. Sanders and Devonte Smith is sort of the tough one. You've got the Bills playing the Dolphins, which is a solid matchup. Devonte Smith has been at the sort of mercy of Jalen Hurts, and I really, truly believe that that is what's holding him back right now. So I don't have a problem with Devonte Smith. He's done enough so far, I think, to warrant more targets, but it's just a matter of Jalen Hurts being able to facilitate those targets, and it just hasn't happened. So if you want to go with Emmanuel Sanders in the much better offense, I wouldn't blame you there, but I think I go CD and Emmanuel Sanders. I sit Devonte Smith down.
We had Austin wondering where Paz is. Gang, Paz, he's here. My boy's here.
Of course, it's like you shone the light up into the clouds, and Paz appears.
He appears.
Thundarius also starting Tua at Bills defense, so I really didn't want to do that, but I believe Wentz is a decent option. Wentz is a decent option, and we should use the word decent heavily.
Yeah, can't believe he's a decent option. I can't believe it, but he indeed is a decent option.
He indeed is.
Michael Costanzo. Who do I start at tight end? Conklin versus the Giants, Uzama versus the Jets, or Freiermuth versus the Browns? So for those two, it's between Uzama and Freiermuth for me.
Uzama.
We've got Uzama as a top 12 guy this week. I have a good feeling about Freiermuth, but I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a rookie and tough start. Tough, reliable start.
Jumping down to some of these questions, Austin, going to be windy for Steelers-Browns game. Najee and Chubb should see a lot. So weather today, I just did a quick scour through the weather reports this morning, and there's 15 total games today. 8 of them are in domes, and there is no weather projected to happen in terms of like rain, like no precipitation today. Will be wind, and I think like the highest wind gusts of the day are like 10 to 12 miles an hour. So it's a really, really good day for football in terms of weather, unlike last week where it was a little bit ugly for a little bit there. So yeah, thought I would bring that up.
Appreciate that. At least you're doing something, not just sitting around making your baby go to sleep.
She is sleeping. I just wanted to confirm. Sleep report is looking solid. So for y'all that are going to be getting into the fatherhood, this is what it looks like when you are single dadding. But I've got like my co-dad running the stream. So Uncle Landon coming through. You know what it is.
Sushi lover, pick 1. He's got Lockett, Tony, or Jerry Judy. I mean, Lockett, you just don't want to start Lockett ever. But your options are
You got Tony coming back from injury,
fairly...
Judy coming back from injury, Tyler. I'm probably just going to go with the healthiest option, who still has the big playability. Like, Geno Smith hasn't been terrible. I'm going to go with Lockett.
No. In a good matchup against Jacksonville, I mean, you would be the king if you started Lockett in his one good game coming back. So,
right.
Hopefully it's Lockett. Let us know, Sushi Lover, if you're favored to win or lose. We'll let you know if that changes our answer at all. Kick him 68 times 33.
Just trying to keep me sharp for class. All right. 60 times 30 is 1,800. You got 60 times 3. 8 times 30 is 240. 2,244.
All right. Who's gonna check that? 68 times 33 is 2,244.
Let's go.
That's good. Let's
good. Go. That's nice.
Love that.
I'm still sharp. We just finished quadratics in my math class, and kids are not liking me at the moment. It's not me, it's the curriculum, if any of you are watching. But they're doing well. And so my brain has to stay on that. But I appreciate the extracurricular material there, the enrichment.
Love that.
Paz, Devonte or Emmanuel Sanders, Alex Collins or Zack Moss in the flex. Oh boy. I'm going to stick with what I said earlier. Emmanuel Sanders over Devonte Smith and Alex Collins over Zack Moss. What do you think about Alex Collins this week? I mean, you brought up Chris Carson. Like, will he actually return this year? We don't know.
It's hard to say. I don't know if he will this year. It's hard to say. It seems like he's not. I don't mind Alex Collins. He's been banged up this week, and he looks good when he's healthy. He got hurt kind of halfway through the game. The DJ Dallas got involved. They're trying to get the name's escaping me. Their running back, the first round running back.
Which team are you talking about?
For the Seahawks.
Oh, Rashad Penny?
Rashad Penny. They tried to get Rashad involved. They gave him like 5 carries and he got like 2 yards. That ain't it, Seahawks. That ain't it. Oh.
I just switched over to the Skype call. Hello, Lando? Hello.
Sorry, I can't hear you. My headphones just went out, Mac.
Oh.
Love that for this. Love that.
You're keeping tabs on the other side. I should have let you know. I just ended the call because I think we're all right.
Here we go. I got you back.
We're back. All right.
We're back.
Andre. Who should I start in my flex? Cortland Sutton, Eli Mitchell, Amari Cooper. Afraid of getting stuck with Amari and Cooper Rush as quarterback.
All right. So in this scenario, if you are afraid of Amari Cooper, you should just sit him down and go with your gut. Go Elijah Mitchell and Cortland Sutton. Both are good options.
Yeah, no.
Well, go Elijah then.
Yeah. It's tough because Amari Cooper in this matchup looks to be really, really solid if he has Dak Prescott. There's a caveat there. If Dak is available. And people within the Cowboys organization are sort of leaning that Dak won't actually play. It's going to be Cooper Rush. In the practice reports, if you look, Cooper Rush took a majority of the snaps this week with the first team offense. So I think they're prepping him to go should Dak not be able to go. So what does Amari look like without Dak? I mean, like you said earlier, the ceiling certainly lowers. And the ceiling for Cortland Sutton and Eli Mitchell still remains quite high. So this doesn't feel great, but Andre, I think you have to just sit Amari down with the news that Dak's not going to play.
Breaking news, Kyler Murray sprained his ankle on the final drive.
It was a sprain.
Sheesh. Not good.
Yeah, it's not great. It's really not great. Shout out to the Packers, though, getting that dub.
Nah, I shouldn't have brought that up.
Do they make a move for a wide receiver? Let's just quick timeout here. Let some more questions filter in. Do the Packers make a move for a wide receiver, given that this might be the last time we see Devonte Adams and Aaron Rodgers as Green Bay Packers? Do they make a solid push for the ship?
If they want to try and keep Aaron Rodgers, they need to go and offer something for Allen Robinson. They need to try and get him, try to get maybe a Brandon Cooks type player. Although we heard that Houston wants to build around Brandon Cooks, which is a bizarre theory to me.
Very weird.
Go get like a Sterling Shepard from the Giants that don't need him really right now. Get those kind of players, get more weapons for Aaron Rodgers. That's the only way they could possibly keep him. You know what? And if that still doesn't keep him, it was never going to happen anyways. The Green Bay management have messed up on every turn, and Aaron Rodgers is making them look smarter than they are because he's just a great quarterback. Mm-hmm. So that's what they should be doing. But I mean, we haven't seen them do that in the past, so I don't know why they would now.
Right. Jumping to some Snap Army members, Austin. I'm sorry. In my flex, did we say Emmanuel Sanders or Chuba Hubbard, standard league, projected to win by 70%? What did you say to that one, Lendo? Do you remember?
They're so close. I don't even remember what I said.
I'll go Hubbard. I'll break the tie.
Okay, go with Hubbard.
Go with the running back, a little bit more of a stable workload, especially if you're given to be a favorite there. Griff, yep. Daniel Jones, Jameis, Teddy, or Matt Ryan. Oh, man. I'd probably go Jameis, Teddy, Daniel Jones, Matt Ryan.
Love it. I might lean Daniel Jones. Welcome to the new guys coming in the chat. We've got Berkey. We've got Jeff still here. Jack is in here. TTJH, always a great commenter. Yes. Make sure to like this video. Let's get up to 50 likes. We have 30 right now. Seth V coming in here as well. Thanks, Seth V, for coming in. Bambo in here as well. Pass still sticking around. John, Michael. Guys, like this video. Means a ton. Helps the algorithm push. And let's get these likes up for this video. We will get to your questions. Fred Lee, what's going on as well, buddy?
Austin saying Brandon Cooks would be a great fit in Green Bay as well. Kind of like a Randall Cobb 2.0.
Brandon Cooks is a good wide receiver.
Really good.
Really good wide receiver.
Really good. Always really been good. Struggled with concussions, but given a healthy slate and some volume, he's solid.
Yeah.
Packers making moves. I hope so. Chris Timmons, morning. Welcome in. Snap Army member, our guy. Cool. Where are we in the chat? Do you remember?
Mace 1. He's got Justin Jefferson, Khalif Raymond, Brandon Cooks, Judy, start 3. Justin Jefferson, Brandon Cooks, and Jerry Judy are my starts.
But Landon, Khalif Raymond is so elite. Hit a 100-yard game.
He's a replacement for Cooper Kupp for Jared Goff. It's 5'10", 185-pound Khalif Raymond.
Oh, Khalif Raymond's 5'8". Don't you remember the exercise we did last night?
He's 5'8".
Yeah,
he's even
5'8".
shorter than I thought he was.
He's 5'8". You can try to get cute. You can try to get a little cheeky with the Khalif Raymond start. You just don't. You start Jerry Judy. Boys, have the stream running while I do groceries with the fiance. Priorities, #SnapArmy for life. You know what it is, easy. I did just see your trade, Eric, if you're listening, in the Discord, and I like that trade a little bit better for you. You pick up an early pick next year and Rashad Bateman while giving up Antonio Gibson, who's really just been a little bit unreliable. So I think out of all the trades that you've presented to us, this is the best trade that lets you continue to compete while picking up some capital. I really like Rashad Bateman long term. So I think that's your best offer so far. Even though getting the first, second, fourth next year in your sort of hybrid dynasty league would be nice, you're not playing for this year anymore. So I think this is the best of both worlds for you.
If y'all want that kind of advice in a private Discord server, join our Snap Army YouTube community. Be a YouTube member, only $5 a month, super cheap. Win that Dalvin Cook jersey. Woo. Right over there. Dalvin Cook signed jersey could be yours for only $5 a month. Each month you get a ticket to win.
Wonderful Clyde Edwards-Helaire jersey that is signed from Pristine Auction. We don't really know what we're going to do with this one yet, but I think if anything, it's going to go towards the Snap Army, the crew,
Oh, no question. That is so we could have possibly 2 jerseys and maybe a signed Cam Akers football. All of that. No, everyone a Snap Army member is going to win all of these items.
Look at that.
So
Beautiful.
so you basically have like a 20% chance to win an item right now if you're a Snap Army member.
Sheesh. This one's been on the shelf here.
I love it there. Maybe no one will win that. Maybe that's yours.
Maybe.
If we get up to like 50 Snap Army members, someone's winning that ball.
I mean, if we got up to 20, I think I would do it.
There we go.
Okay. Fred Lee, should I start Pittsburgh or Niners defense? Oh, a defense question. Lando, you are the resident defensive expert here.
The Niners do play Chicago. That is no one gives up more sacks than Justin Fields. So I think that's a really good matchup. If you have both on your team, I would just keep the Steelers because of who I said they play in the next 3 weeks. That is the Chicago again and Detroit in the next 2 weeks. So if you just had Pittsburgh, I would just play him this week, even though Niners are in a great spot. So, yeah, that's my answer.
I like it. Okay, John Michael, 8-man league, full PPR. Choose 3: Mike Williams, Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, DJ Moore.
Justin Jefferson, Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown.
Didn't we have this exact list of players earlier?
Yeah, I think it's pretty close.
Is John testing us?
Yeah, same answer.
I changed my mind. I changed my mind a bundle of times because this list is so great. But we went Jefferson, Diggs, AJ Brown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say Mike Williams and DJ Moore, but I think you just got to do it.
Hey, man, pick 3 out of the top 15 wide receivers. I mean, we're bound to be wrong. That's just it's a terrible question, but a great question at the same time.
Yeah, it's a great problem to have.
Yeah, it's not a bad question. That the way that you put it is better. It's a great problem to have.
You know what's sad for 8-team leagues? How many times has he actually started Mike Williams and got the points?
I know. Yeah.
That's tough, man.
Probably not enough.
Probably not enough. And when you do, he gives you a dud game.
Yeah.
Tough luck.
Paz.
TTJH. Khalil Herbert or Damon Harris.
Ooh, that is a great question. Khalil Herbert's been great. Damien Harris has a really good matchup. There's really no reason to go away from him. I know that there's like annoying options as always in the New England backfield with like now Brandon Bolden. I'll probably still go Damien Harris slightly over Khalil Herbert though.
Yeah, against the Chargers this week. All right, I'm into it.
There.
Yeah, I would go Harris.
And this is sort of maybe the last time you can play Khalil Herbert because David Montgomery's set to come back. He was eligible to come back this week, but just hasn't been graduated yet off that list. But
did you say Herbert?
Yeah, Herbert.
Oh, so I would go Harris. So I'm not making hard.
No, I didn't say Herbert. I said I would go Damien Harris, but I said this is the last week you could play Khalil Herbert. I think.
Correct.
With David Montgomery set to come back.
Yeah.
Good. Paz. I was gonna sleep in all morning because the Giants play tomorrow, but I'm like, oh snap! I have to give my Snap homies some love. Appreciate you, Kyle.
Much love, Paz.
We like you being here. Bambo with Ridley out. Do I start Waddle, Russell Gage, Tyler Higbee, or Javonte Williams? It would be Javonte for me.
Yep, I think Javonte. I'm giving Javonte a lot of love this week. We've got a banged up Melvin Gordon, who we'll see what his status is. Javonte looked really good, got the targets. He will continue to outperform Melvin going forward. So I like it.
Matt Gay or Young Wei Koo? I'm going one way down a Young Wei. I'm going Young Wei Koo.
Sure, let's go. Why not?
Start Lockett or Pittman. Pittman for me.
Pittman for me as well. Yes.
Let's go rapid fire here. Gator fan 15 two-parter. How do I handle Ridley rest of season and thoughts on Higgins this week? Higgins I like this week. Really good matchup. Should get some red zone exposure. Hasn't done much lately, but I think he's a really good buy low. So if I didn't have him, I would be getting him. Ridley rest of season. We saw the target share come back. He is now sort of I think he's graduating into a role of being like the 1B because Kyle Pitts I think is becoming the 1A, and I think that's when Ridley is most effective. So I'm okay with Ridley rest of season. Higgins I would buy low, and that's where I would leave it.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I concur with all of those. We're going rapid fire anyway. So TTJH, he's got Waddle or Judy, half PPR. Um, I think I'll just go Waddle, going with the healthy side with Jalen Waddle.
Jack Ruiz, 12-man league, Saquon out. I have Herbert, Mitchell, and Gaskin. Which two do I start? I am not starting Myles Gaskin this week against the Buffalo Bills. No, thank you.
So Mitchell and Herbert, my dude. Thanks for coming in. What's going on? John Fenton in here as well. We'll get to your question. JP Pass, Sean F. What's going on, guys? Claire has another question. Daffy, Mark Poole in the chat, breaking the law, watching the snap, guys, while driving. Appreciate you. Make sure to like this video. We only have 38 likes. Let's get up to 50. A quick 40 would be real quick, guys. We'll get to your questions. We're going rapid fire. Delta Blade, I see you in the chat. Chris Timmons, Snap Army member. What up?
Jeff McGarry, all right, Dak has me shook. Lamb or Landry purely based on fear. I'm not starting Jarvis Landry. I will take CeeDee Lamb regardless of the quarterback position.
Yeah, let the fear subside, Jeff.
Yep.
Just go with Lamb. Don't watch the game. Just don't watch it.
You got Berkey?
Berkey, Emmanuel Sanders or Fournette, and Burrow or Jones. Full PPR, thank you. I would go with Fournette over Emmanuel Sanders.
Yep.
Even in a full PPR league. And then I'm going Joe Burrow as well.
I would as well. Burrow has been hot. You can't stray away from a top 12 quarterback in a really, really good matchup. So, yes, absolutely. Sup, boys, in a half PPR 12-team league, would you start Emmanuel Sanders or Robert Woods over Amari? I have Stafford. I would start Robert Woods over Emmanuel Sanders. Amari is the question mark with Dak being in or out, and Robert Woods is a great option, so I'm going Robert Woods.
Cool. I like it. These Dallas questions are so hard, guys. Would it shock us if they're both just fine? It's a plus matchup. It's a good matchup, and Cooper Rush is fine. Not really. Would it surprise us if they're inept and they can't move the football? No. Like it's like
right.
It's the variability in this game is so wide. You almost have to go with your gut here. Don't have regrets if you sit them. Don't have regrets if you start them. It's going to be just a weird game.
Okay. Daffy, pick 2 out of Cole Beasley, Brandon Cooks, Jalen Waddle, and Myles Gaskin. I would be going with Cole Beasley and Brandon Cooks, sitting down the 2 Dolphins.
I like it. Claire Moscow, she's got 8-team full PPR, Judy or Devonte Smith in the flex. So I would go with Devonte Smith.
Yeah, I think that's the right call.
Claire, I have a question for you. You answered a question in our Discord, trading away Judy for, I want to say it was Corey Davis. Did you ever make that trade? Let me know. I still think about it. That keeps me up at night. Because I said to trade for Corey Davis.
I know that she did start Randall Cobb this week and got those 2 touchdowns on the squad. So really, really good. Mark Poole, former Snap podcast co-host. Is it against the law to watch the snap while driving? Only if you get caught. Only if you get caught.
That's it. That's it.
You just listen, just listen to the beautiful, sultry voices. JP, start Devonte Smith, Keenan Allen, or Khalil Herbert. Oh, boy. Keenan Allen has a really good matchup. Could be a good spot for a bounce-back game. Khalil Herbert also has a really good matchup as well. I would be tempted to play Keenan Allen. If you were a dog, I think you go Keenan Allen. If you are a favorite, I think you go Khalil Herbert.
Bang. And the chance that Austin Eckler could be limited, might not get as many passes out of the backfield, could lead to more targets for Keenan.
Yep. Sleek, Kyler Murray likely out for 2 weeks. Smart or dumb to try to trade for him?
So I did a video that's coming out Monday. I didn't know. I thought he might be missing some time. I wasn't sure it was going to be an ankle sprain, so I might have to re-record that. But Sleek, if you are one of the top teams in the league, if you're going to be 8-0 after this week, 7-1, then you could trade for Kyler Murray if you can afford to have him on your bench and stream like a Daniel Jones type. If you're middle of the pack, if you are 4-4 after this week, whatever, if you have a losing record, 3-5, whatever it is, I would be trading trade away Kyler Murray and get more assets because depth is so valuable for a middling/losing team, and you can still find good streamable options on the waiver wire like Tua last week, like Daniel Jones maybe this week. You can Carson Wentz this week, you know. So that's where I lean. It depends if you are top of the league or middle of the league. You know what to do with Kyler Murray.
For the right price, I'm willing to pick Kyler Murray up, and really it comes down to making a playoff run. Weeks 15 through 17, most likely your fantasy playoffs. Detroit in week 15, Indy in week 16, Dallas in week 17. I mean, 3 really, really good matchups. That would be the only thing that I would add there if you wanted to make a play.
Cool,
Austin,
cool.
T, 30 minutes till a day full of excitement and a day full of disappointment. Hopefully the first part instead of the latter. Sean F, Waddle, Carter, Eli Mitchell, pick one in a full PPR. Eli Mitchell.
We're both in on Eli.
Agreed. Michael Carter's interesting, though, starting to get the workload there for the Jets. And Brad and I have a jersey bet. Michael Carter versus Brandon Cooks. Michael Carter slowly clawing his way back into winning that. So hopefully we can get that done. JP drop Rashad Bateman, Jerry Judy, or Allen Robinson in a full PPR. Why do we have to drop? Did we promote someone from the IR?
Maybe. If you had to drop one of those, I think I just dropped Allen Robinson.
It hurts.
I know.
Yeah, here's why I would say wait if you can. What if Allen Robinson gets traded? What if Allen Robinson is a Green Bay Packer this time next week when we meet again? Allen Robinson.
You add him up again.
Yeah, Allen Robinson is going to be really, 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 really solid. I think if anybody, you'd have to drop Rashad Bateman. As much as that pains me to say, Jerry Judy is just better than Rashad Bateman, and he's going to get more targets. The Baltimore offense is one of the least voluminous passing offenses in the league, and just opportunity alone, I think you would have to stick it out. Now, if Allen Robinson doesn't get traded, then you just drop him.
That's what I mean. So yeah,
wait it out. If you can afford to wait it out, if you don't need to make any roster moves, then just hold. But if you need to make a roster move, I think the upside of Allen Robinson getting traded to anywhere other than the Bears is going to be worthwhile in holding, because we know how good Allen Robinson is. He's just not very good with Justin Fields.
I don't think he gets traded. He's staying with the Bears.
But why? Why doesn't he get traded?
Because they want to have him with their star quarterback.
Sure. But
it's as simple as that.
But what if he walks in free agency?
Then that's fine. He still helps, but they could also re-sign him potentially. I don't know. Like, I don't know he could be a restricted free agent. They could franchise tag him for all I know.
He is an unrestricted free agent in 2022, so they could not franchise tag him. So this is this is why I'm bringing this up. This is an opportunity for them to get something for Allen Robinson while they still can. It makes a lot of sense to trade him.
Yeah, maybe. Could happen.
Austin, trade deadline is Tuesday, November 2nd by 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. John, Fenton, Lamb, or Claypool in a full PPR? Still go Lamb.
I'll still go Lamb. Clayton, I'm not sure you retracted your message. I did see it. Let me know again. Oh, okay,
he's got it underneath.
He's
Stafford or Mahomes.
Oh boy. There we go.
Oh boy.
I'm still going Mahomes.
Yeah, I think you have to go Mahomes. But Stafford's been low-key really solid. Like,
I know.
He's actually neck and neck with Mahomes on the year. Like, they have 171 fantasy points apiece. So it's not like not like there's a drastic difference, but Mahomes has the bigger ceiling, I think. The Chiefs just have been off. They're out of sync at the moment, unfortunately.
So Paz is asking if we would trade for Michael Carter or Devonte, looking for a decent running back to trade for in case of starters get injured. I'm in that situation with Miles Sanders just going down, so I have Devonte on my team.
Yep.
But so if you have like an overachieving wide receiver that someone is in need for, like an Emmanuel Sanders,
sure,
maybe an Adam Thielen type, those type of wide receivers, I'd be looking to shop to get one of those rookies for sure. It just depends, like Marvin Jones, these guys, even Brandon Cooks. I would trade those wide receivers for those kind of running backs.
Agreed. I prefer Javonte to Michael Carter, but you're going to pay less for Michael Carter. So It all depends on how you're willing to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Delta Blade, 16-teamer, Standard League, Tim Patrick with a returning Judy or Crowder with no Corey Davis. I would be so tempted to say Crowder. However, important to note that Zach Wilson's out for the foreseeable future, I think 2 to 4 weeks. They did make a trade for Joe Flacco, but he's not playing this week. Didn't have enough time to learn the playbook. So Mike Davis. No, not Mike Davis. Mike White. Mike White, the third-string quarterback, is their starting quarterback this week.
Right.
I don't know that I love that. Like Cooper Rush coming in, like we've seen Cooper Rush. We saw the Garrett Gilbert, the Ben DiNucci, the Cooper Rush experiment, and Cooper Rush was the best of the three in the limited time we have. We know what Cooper Rush is. I don't know what Mike White is. And it's the Jets. I'm not willing to start Crowder. I'm going to go with Tim Patrick.
I'm still going Crowder. He's a check down machine, passes close to the line of scrimmage. That's a Crowder kind of situation. I know Tim Patrick's been good. Tim Patrick's been solid, so I understand where you're going. But I'd rather not watch that game either. And just, you don't want to watch the ineptitude of Mike White, that's for sure.
Bill Romanowski, Kyle Pitts, or Cortland Sutton. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Bill. I would go Kyle Pitts with really extreme confidence with Calvin Ridley out.
Who is your starting tight end? Is it Travis Kelce? Yeah. Because if it's not, you are starting Kyle Pitts at the tight end position and flexing Cortland Sutton over like a Tyler Higbee type guy or like Dallas Goedert. So I don't know who you're starting at tight end. But if it's Travis Kelce, sure, I would go with Kelce Pitts.
I have a league where I have Pitts and TJ Hawkinson, and I'm just rolling them both out this week.
Rolling them both out.
I kind of had for a while. Big Daddy Patterson or Lamb. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Big Daddy, 6'9". You are just the bane of my existence.
It's just so gross.
It's
probably Patterson. It's What a world. And I only hesitate on this because the potential for Dak to miss, what that does for Lamb's ceiling, but also Calvin Ridley out. Someone has to absorb the targets, and it's going to go to Kyle Pitts. It's most likely going to be like manufactured touches for Patterson once again. So probably Patterson, and I hate that, and I'm sorry.
Welcome to everyone new. We've got William, Adam in the chat. We will get to your questions very shortly, guys. Doom Spart's in here. We're almost at your questions, so you don't need to hang on for too much longer. And Claire, I see your response. Okay, I'm glad. I was actually losing sleep over that trade question where I gave you bad advice to trade away Jerry Judy now that he's back.
Easy
see
said.
See how personal I take these guys?
Yeah, I know. You live with this. You shoulder it all. You need to just let it go.
Yeah.
Full PPR need to pick 2 running backs. This is from Easy, a running back and a flex. Damon Harris, Chuba, or Patterson since Ridley is out. Harris and Patterson for me.
Harris and Patterson.
Yep.
Austin Grant, Claypool or Jones Jr.?
Oh boy, I would go Claypool.
I think I like Claypool as well. I have to start him in a couple spots. He's been disappointing lately, but I think he's got a big game in him.
Claire did have to activate Gainwell. So I said to her that I think it's time to activate him regardless if you're going to play him or not. And this was when she was debating Randall Cobb, which she did play. At first it was regretfully played, but then it was happily played. So really nice to see Randall pay off for you there. But yeah, Kenny Gainwell is just one of those assets that's starting to get more and more work. I had to do similarly with Khalil Herbert a couple weeks ago, and it's like totally turned my team around. So being able to flex him in there has really been helpful for me. And I hope that Gainwell is the exact same for you, Claire. Clayton, Stafford. Oh, we got that one. Stafford and Mahomes. We went Mahomes still, even though Stafford is really, really good. JP, should I drop A.J. Dillon instead of dropping Judy Bateman or Allen Robinson in a full PPR? No. I would hang on to A.J. Dillon.
Right. Over Allen Robinson?
It's 17 carries last week. And I know that the game plan was win the game on the ground, control the clock. They just had nothing in the passing game, and they'd rather push the ball on the ground, except for when it was on, the first and goal from the 1. I mean, let's just throw it 4 times. But no, I would hang on to A.J. Dillon. Absolutely. It would still be drop Bateman and hope that Allen Robinson gets traded, or just, cross your hands and make no moves and hold them all.
Right.
Doom Sports.
Start Gage or wait out on Tony. I would probably go Tony.
I would as well. Would you put Tony as a high waiver priority this week? Yeah, I would.
Pick him up right now if you can. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh, Matt, what's going on, Matt? We got a super chat coming in. Tannehill or Teddy Bridgewater today. Also, Cole Beasley or Kadarius Toney for wide receiver. Thank you, Matt, for coming in. We appreciate the super chat. Unnecessary, but appreciate it nonetheless.
Absolutely.
So I like Tannehill this week, even against a tough Indianapolis Colts. Tannehill's coming on. I know Julio Jones has been ruled out, but nice to see that that A.J. Brown is looking like his old self and run and train over these guys.
Yep.
Teddy Bridgewater is a guy I just don't like to trust, even against a Washington defense that's been susceptible. Washington is super disappointing this week and not a very good defense, but Teddy I just don't trust. So Tannehill by a significant margin for me. What about you, Mac?
I'm the same boat. Yep. Tannehill, absolutely. Yep. When it comes to Cole Beasley and Kadarius Toney, I probably lean Cole Beasley
over Toney. Yeah, I think Cole Beasley's in for a good game, especially if it's in a full PPR league. Cole Beasley and the Buffalo Bills just train over the Miami Dolphins. They dominate them. They absolutely dominate them. And I think Cole Beasley, it's between him and Sanders. They rotate which games are good, which games are bad. So for me, it's starting Stephon Diggs in that matchup, and then it's almost a coin flip between the two.
Yep.
Cole Beasley has always a big game in him with 8 kind of receptions if it goes well for him.
He absolutely has the potential to see double-digit targets and high single-digit receptions, and in a half or full PPR league, I mean, that's exactly what you want. Kadarius Toney, don't get me wrong, has shown flashes, has been sort of the answer for a lot of their problems, but he did go out. Was it last week or the week before? I believe it was 2 weeks ago. He did go out, and so he is returning from injury. That is a small thing to consider. So I would just roll Cole Beasley in a good matchup against the Dolphins.
Yeah, I want to see Kadarius play a full game that's healthy for me to have a confidence starting him week in and week out. We saw a couple big boom games. He is still a rookie, so you still have to be a little bit slow with that guy. I want him to be full healthy before. Again, he could have one reception, looks great, and then it's out for the game. That's in his range of outcomes. So Thanks a lot, Matt. Appreciate it. Matt also had a question, and I would start Khalil over Toney as well, Matt. So Thank you so much for the so make sure to join our Discord community as well, Matt, if you're still around. And I know you already subscribed to the channel, but please do if you don't.
Eric said, is Trey Lance starting over Jimmy G? Just noticed the expected to play. He's expected to suit up. As of who's the starting quarterback, we haven't heard anything on that right now, but he is going to be in uniform. So
I think it came out while we were playing that
streaming.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I think it's going to be Jimmy G this week, but they say that they're reporting that Lance is expected to start sometime this year.
There we go.
Not this week.
Okay. William, PPR tight end, Jared Cook or Pat Freiermuth? Wow.
Jared Cook has the better chance of a touchdown.
That was going to be my point.
Good offense.
Yeah. That was going to be my point. Is that Jared Cook has the higher red zone probability. So we'll go there. Had to drop Carter for Kirk Cousins because of Dak's calf. Hopefully I can get him back. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's life or death, Austin, that you go and you get Michael Carter on your team. I think he's a good stash in case, this workload develops into truly the starting role. But we'll see. I think Cousins is a good pivot this week, though.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a Jets running back. How even if he gets volume, he only has so much upside, unfortunately.
Right. Thoughts on Zack Moss?
Yeah, I think I like him. It seems to flip flop. It's like the Bills remind me of the Tampa Bay Bucks of old, where you couldn't rely on one guy. It seemed to be Singletary last week. I think it should be it could be Zack Moss this week. I think Zack Moss is the better player, so he seems to have the goal line work as well, and you want goal line work in an explosive offense like the Bills, so I'm leaning Zack Moss in most circumstances when you're talking about fringe flex plays.
I mean, yeah, sure, gun to my head, I'm picking Moss over Singletary, but the problem with Zack Moss is he's really only been on the field for about 50% of the snaps, and there was a run where he was getting double-digit carries, but the workload just isn't there. The Bills just don't run the football. The game plan is win the game with the ball in the air, run it through the air. And with how good Josh Allen's been, how mobile he is, there's no reason to hand the ball off. So while I like Moss over Singletary, I'm not really looking to play Moss in many situations. Yeah.
There we go. Adam, should I start Jalen Waddle over Sanders from the Bills or vice versa?
Sanders over Waddle for me.
Sanders over Waddle. Did I miss something? William, Carter, or Singletary in the flex? I would go Michael Carter.
Yep. Same.
And do we think Hawk is going to have a bounce back game against the Eagles? Yes, I do.
The nice thing to see with TJ Hawkinson is that the volume has been there for him. I know it's not great, the output lately, but the volume has been there, and if you get enough volume, enough opportunity, that will be enough to succeed. Doing pretty good here. We're almost through the whole thing. Nurmal, I hope I said that right. Chuba Hubbard, Tyler Lockett, or Jared Judy in the flex. For safety, I would go Hubbard. For the upside play, I would go Lockett. I would just sit Jared Judy down given those two options.
Sounds good. Paz, Ricky Seals-Jones, Freiermuth, or Jared Cook. I think I've got Ricky Seals ranked the highest of those guys.
I agree. Sleek, Herbert, or Burrow. I would just stay hot with Burrow. We've seen some pedestrian games from Justin Herbert. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going Herbert. Okay. And hopefully a more competitive matchup versus New England.
Okay. Richie Sandoval, do I start Eckler on a bad hip, or do I start a backup like Carter, Pirine, Bolden, Singletary? You have to start Austin Eckler.
Yep, you got it. He's one of the top running backs in the league. You gotta start your stud in that scenario. It's not worth it having any of those backup guys have a dud and you lose your matchup, where Eckler could always have the big 20 to 30 point performance.
Do I start my top 5 running back if healthy? Yes.
If he plays, yes.
Tyler, running back spot is in shambles this week. Do I start Collins or Singletary? I would start Alex Collins.
Alex Collins as well. I think with confidence, Tyler. I think he's going to be good, even though he's a little bit banged up. It's a good matchup. Chris Carson's out. I don't have that much confidence in DJ Dallas and company. So, yeah, start Alex Collins with confidence.
Snap Army member Chris Timmons, LaVisca, Jalen Waddle, Kadarius Toney in a PPR projected to win. Thanks, guys. I would go with LaVisca Chenault. LaVisca.
I like LaVisca as well. Gabe, WTFF. Thanks for coming by, my dude. Z, Emilio, what's going on, guys? Make sure to like this video while you can.
Get to your questions in a moment.
Bateson, we'll get to your questions. Rick Mann, we will get to your question as well. Make sure to like the video. Same with Jordan Stein. We will get to your question very shortly.
We're at Austin
Quick
Grant
like on the video
now.
helps us a ton.
Absolutely. Running backs are injured. Should I go Singletary or McKissick for the second running back slot? We might have some difference on this one, Lando.
I'd go McKissick.
Okay, we won't. I would go McKissick as well.
Yep.
Matt, thanks, guys, for the... Thanks, guys. Yep, full PPR. And if I leave out Toney, would you start Khalil over Toney? I would start Khalil Herbert over Kadarius Toney. Yep.
For the flex, absolutely. Looks like Mahomes is your starter, Jordan. But for this week, 12 bye. Do I go Tyler Heineke?
Oh, he's saying for his Taylor. Week 12 bye. Dude, like that is a month away. Jordan, I can't give you any indication. So much could happen in the next month. But if your only two options are Heineke or Tyrod Taylor, there might be better options.
We don't know if Heineke's still going to start. Fitzmagic could be back. You don't know that.
Exactly. So, there's so much that can
happen.
Heineke.
Start Heineke, Jordan. Lock it in, my dude. I'll lock in that matchup week 12. Go Tyler Heineke.
What we can say, Jordan, is that these types of questions we definitely want, and you should join the Discord. So it will be in the episode, or not the episode, it'll be in the live stream description. Click on that, get in there, and when week 12 does come by, we got you.
We got you.
Les, Hurts or Herbert this week? I'm gonna go Herbert.
I will go Herbert as the back-to-back. I mean, I've got Hurts one spot ahead, so I'm going Hurts then.
Ew. Nope.
Yeah.
Do I start Tyler Higbee or Tyler Lockett for the flex? I would go Tyler Lockett.
Which Tyler to start?
Which Tyler?
Yeah, sure. Go Lockett. We recommended him earlier. I know it's a plug your nose and play, but you hope that things are better in Seattle than they have been.
Heck yeah. Snap Army members, Austin, first year owning Carson, last year owning Carson. I feel you on that one. And then also Cousins or Matt Ryan this week. Kirk Cousins, I think, is going to be a sneaky stream this week. I really, really like him against the Cowboys this evening. So I'm going to go Kirk Cousins with confidence.
It's official. Rob Gronkowski is active for this game as expected.
Yep.
Z, do I drop OBJ, Allen Robinson, or Corey Davis? Out of those, I would go with the injured Corey Davis, I guess.
I would as well. How confident are you in starting Debo today? Easy's asking. Very confident. Very.
Yep, I think you'll be fine.
Do I start Daniel Jones or Teddy Bridgewater to replace Dak Prescott? I like the pun there. I would go Daniel Jones instead of Teddy B.
So would I. Welcome, everyone. We have a few minutes till kickoff. Like this video really quick. Let's get up to 50 likes real quick.
Nicholas
in here. I haven't seen your name, Nicholas, in a long time. Although I see your name from 12 months ago when we did not respond to your comment. I see your name every single day.
We know that all the comments are gone, and when we get to Nicholas's comment from a year ago, we know when to stop. So it's nice to see your name. It's nice to see that you are doing well and you are back.
Yeah.
So should I start Deontay Johnson, Chuba Hubbard, or Darrell Williams at the flex in a PPR? Thank you for coming back. I would go Deontay Johnson here.
I would also go Deontay, then Deontay, Darrell Henderson, then Chuba in my rankings.
Beautiful. Tiptoe Tooth 92. What a handle. David Johnson, Myles Gaskin, or Alex Collins? I go Alex Collins.
There we go. Alex Collins it is. I like it.
Herbert or Mixon?
Do we have everyone?
Because Mixon is splitting snaps today. I don't know what to do. I'm still going Mixon.
Yeah. Did we get Rick Mann, Pittman, or Judy? Receiver, pick 2, Patterson, Gibson, Hubbard. I would go Patterson, Gibson, Pittman.
Yes. I'm good with that.
Cool.
Last one. Standard. Hawk or Gronk? Go with Hawk.
Go with Hawk.
Go with the Hawk. I'm going volume over the touchdown dependency. Like Rob Gronkowski is where he is in tight end rankings right now because of his touchdowns that he scored, which are so hard to predict. And coming back off an injury, yes, they're without Antonio Brown, but I'm not looking for Gronk to absorb a significant workload. I'm going to go with the volume in TJ. So
love it. Did we get everyone here?
Back.
Cousins over Matt Ryan?
It's Cousins, yeah. Cousins all day long. Shout out to my daughter Ava, who is still sleeping. What an absolute beauty.
She's right beside you?
No, she's I've got her on the
you got the monitor.
The old monitor. Yeah,
love that.
My girl is holding it down in the crib.
Love that. All right, good luck everyone on week 8. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We almost got to 50 likes. We gave it our best, but hey, shit happens.
47. Like the 15 people that are still with us. Can we get to 50? And I assume that you all are already liked, but appreciate it. I'm looking forward to this week. I think it's going to be really good. Nice to only have 2 teams on bye in the Ravens and the Raiders. 15 games on the slate. Going to be really good. 8 dome games, so we're expecting some solid fantasy output today, and so much less anxiety and fear that the Green Bay Packers have already played and got a victory. I mean, this is icing on the cake, Lando.
Here we go, Mac. Last question from me: Tony Pollard or Philip Lindsay?
Oh my. I still think I like Tony Pollard.
That's who I have starting. That's terrible.
Oh, last question, Jeff. Marvin Jones or Kadarius Toney? I'm gonna go with Marvin Jones.
Marvin Jones in a good matchup this week. Jeff, thanks a lot. Get us to 50. Oh, we got to 50 likes.
Hey.
Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate y'all.
Thundarius, great stream this week, guys. Appreciate you. We appreciate you being part of the Snap Army. Again, if you guys want to join, get yourselves into weekly rankings, a private Discord, a draw for a Dalvin Cook signed jersey, potentially a Clyde Edwards-Helaire signed jersey. Go ahead and click that join button. And we'd be so happy to have you. Paz, can't wait to meet the Snap Boys someday. If we get to that meet and greet stage of our little thing that we've got going on here, that would be great. Claire, have a great day. Good luck to you. Can't wait to see you next week. And good luck, guys. Enjoy the football. Week 8, the start of the second half of the fantasy season. Let's get it.